Black skies burn in my chest, gold lines cracking through the rest. We're moving fast, no time to wait. Our weight of this world will break today. You can't hold us no more, no more. You can't stop us no more. Black and gold will break away till we own the night and day. Black and gold, no rules to play. We're breaking out, we're breaking away. Because the London still bleeds. Black and gold.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cass here, along with Valente as always, and we are here for UKW Renegade, fresh off the heels of explosive start to the road to Pinnacle at Royal Gauntlet in New Orleans. And Valente, it seems that we are going to start with hearing from the World Heavyweight Champion, Tyler Drake.
Yeah, and he had a great defense against Eric Myers in the opening contest of Royal Gauntlet. Hard fought as always, but the champ still remains. Tyler Drake making his way to the ring. And it looks like he's got some words for the UKW taping.
Tyler Drake, never short-spoken, but always carrying the World Heavyweight Championship. And I find it great that we're going to hear from the champion tonight. UKW faithful, another major, massive event had Royal Gauntlet, and another win on my quest to prove that the MVP is not just a moniker, it is not just a gimmick. I live it. The most valuable player is lived every time I step into these rings. So, we had Wild Card against Connor Murphy, banger. We had Royal Gauntlet against Eric Myers, banger. I think we go one more. I think we go Rumble in the Bronx, New York City. We get and see who can go toe-to-toe with the most valuable player inside of the biggest stage so far. Because I'm going to go ahead and send a message right now to anybody that can even question challenging for this championship. You are not on my level. The truth resides in the fact that everybody that I've gotten into the rings with has suffered a defeat by the hands of primetime Tyler Drake. But you know what? The fans seem excited here tonight inside of the UKW arena. Hell, guys, I'm excited tonight. And I want to give a little applause to the guys in the back. So, you know what? These open challenges recently have been answered by outside of UKW talent. So I'm going to give the opportunity tonight. I'm talking with Tristan Sidney. We're about to make it official. In the main event tonight, Tyler Drake will issue a World Championship Open Challenge to anyone in the UKW locker room that wants to step up So this is the question. Either you step up or you step aside. Because no one in that locker room or on this damn planet is on the level of the MVP. Alright, Valente, you heard from the World Heavyweight Champion. A main event World Heavyweight title shot will be given to any member of the active UKW roster.
And later on here, we're going to have a breakout showcase. We saw Royal Gauntlet, and we also saw the breakout tournament the following day. A lot of new superstars introduced there.
Not only that, we will also have the #1 contendership for the Cruiserweight Championship. Levon Clark and Adam Visor also later tonight. But guys, we're going to continue on with AJ Parker as she looks to do battle with KS Carter. Kind of a carryover from our Go Home episode of Valor. That kind of interpromotional Valor that saw AJ Parker and Amber Reed go up against KS Carter and Kitsune. Now, Parker and Carter going to go head on.
And these two women have been nearing the top of the division, inching closer to that potential title shot. And yeah, Parker just doing a great job recently, and we know what she's capable of, but we know what the dream girl KS Carter is as well.
And Valente, we know we have an announcement from Tristan City due later tonight regarding the UKW Women's Championship, but you have to think that whoever wins this matchup's got to at least be in consideration for a future shot at the Ace Amber Reed.
I would definitely assume that one of these women would be at the front of the line, or at least close to it. And we got to talk about the way that Amber Reed won this past Sunday at a Royal Gauntlet. Just the way she hung on, no ladder beneath her, and brought the title down. That was a very awesome finish.
Photo finish.
Yes, very awesome.
The definition of a photo finish. And I've seen a lot of people argue that it was really too close to call, potentially arguing for the fact Kitsune might deserve another shot at the championship. We'll have to wait until we hear from General Manager Tristan Sidney. But without a doubt, this match is definite that either KS Carter or AJ Parker, whoever wins this match, is definitely in line for a future title shot at the title. Whether or not that's at Rumble in the Bronx is yet to be figured out.
Here we go.
Parker and Carter gonna lock up. AJ Parker definitely has the size on KS Carter, but let's not forget who took the pin in the tag team match. Kitsune got the pin over AJ Parker, so yeah, I think Carter's riding that wave of women.
Parker's still a bit raw, young in this division as well. Carter a bit more of a seasoned vet.
You know, the Dream Girl has been here a minute, and you really got to think that she's wanting to finally be in position to win that Undisputed Women's Championship. Parker nailing those combos of strikes, but we have a really stacked card overall, Valente, for Renegade here today. This week, a Cruiserweight Championship #1 Contenders match, the breakout showcase between Brayton and Jason Prince. It's going to be overall a really good show, and now Tyler Drake adding on the World Heavyweight Championship match in our main event.
We know Tyler Drake loves those open challenges, so it's good to see him stick with what's been doing so well for him recently. Yeah, very stacked card ahead of us.
And the one thing I think that's so into the cover goes AJ Parker off the spear. Here we go, counts. 2, kick out from KS Carter. Before we get back to the action, the one thing I think that's so interesting about this open challenge, though, from Drake, is this one was specifically made to any active member of the UKW roster. So that's a bit interesting that it could be anybody from the back, and I'm very intrigued to see who ends up being. Crucifix here by Carter, but a kick out. 2 by Parker.
Renegade, Valor, doesn't matter. And the thing, I honestly think that this is a little bit easier for Drake, considering that these last 2 open challenges have been anybody in the world. Now, you still don't know what to expect, but at least you know the field that you're looking at, if that makes sense.
And more likely than not, you've interacted with these characters at some point. But who knows? There's a whole new Flash invitation to Superstars. 16 new superstars entered into the field. Any member of the breakout tournament can answer this open challenge.
That is true. Ooh.
Big thrust kick off the top rope. Let's get back to the action calling here between Carter and Parker, though. Big knee as well from KS Carter. KS Carter's always been an intriguing one, Valente, because it's always seemed like she's been on the cusp. Even when we think back to the Women's International Championship when Drea Dior had it, Carter was always on the cusp. Never able to really claim that title, always hovering around the title picture, though. How much do you think it would mean to her to finally be able to get past that and maybe be the one that ends up taking that title from Amber Reed?
Sorry, repeat that one more time.
I was just mentioning how, for me, it's always seemed like KS Carter has been on the cusp of the title divisions, even dating back to the Women's International Championship. There's a kick out at 2 from AJ Parker. But it always seemed like she's on the cusp of the title, never being able to really reach that end goal.
Yeah, she's been near the top in pretty much all of our women's championship divisions, and she's always been close, and she's always kind of been the person to nearly disrupt whoever the champion was, whether it be Violet Grimm, Kitsune, Amber Reed at the time. And yeah, I mean, she's definitely has what it takes. It's just about getting it done, and she just hasn't been able to do that just yet.
And between these two competitors, it's hard for me to call who, if you're Amber Reed, you're rooting for the face, because AJ Parker showed up in her first ever match against Amber Reed and really gave Amber probably the biggest run for her money I've seen. So I don't know if Amber wants to go back up against AJ Parker either. We got rear naked chokes. Yeah. And could be looking to win the match right here off the rear naked choke. Royal Gauntlet was a really good show. The breakout tournament as well. Gavin Ashton pulling out that win. Into the cover. Here we go. Off the flatliner. Kick out, though, by AJ Parker. Carter now calling up AJ Parker. Carter rushes in with the big knee. No counter by AJ Parker. Parker shuts her down. Here comes Parker. Goes with a big gut-wrench power bomb. Into the cover goes AJ Parker. Counts 2. No, not enough to beat the Dream Girl. KS Carter stays alive.
And really close.
It's all about, can she pull it out? Look, off the ropes. Went for that handspring lariat. Got caught by Carter. Carter looks to shut it down again. Shifts her inside. Big knee to the face. Might be exactly what KS Carter needed. Now she's going to drag her into position. Potentially look to nail the dream sequence. Look, Carter in position. Carter's going to go. Look, dream sequence could be a massive win here for the Dream Girl. KS Carter counts 2. No, a kick out.
Carter's been close to putting this away a couple of times now, but Parker just showing the resilience.
Oh, 100%. And that's what AJ Parker did so well against Amber Reed. So if you're KS Carter, you're going to have to throw your best shot and maybe even more at AJ Parker if you're going to look to come away with the win. Parker, though, is going to send Carter creating into that ring post. Talk about turning your environment into a weapon, Valente.
Absolutely.
Oh, continuing to do so. She blisters Carter into the barricade. That's one thing you can do as well. When you have the size advantage over your opponent, you're able to take more of a advantage in the strength department. Now look at the springboard crossbody onto Carter. Beautiful move by AJ Parker. Now Parker off the ropes. What a handspring lariat into the cover on KS Carter. Might have bet up Carter for a big win by AJ Parker. Exactly.
Victory.
That handspring lariat, devastating when connected, and truly Parker could be in a position to get another shot at Amber Reed. And like I said, if I'm Amber Reed, Parker's the one that I did not want to face.
I know she's gotten so close to winning before. She's got a chance to do so again.
But while we continue on, speaking of people that have a chance to do big things, come Rumble in the Bronx, we'll hear later who has that who has that world championship match against Amber Reed at Rumble in the Bronx. But one match we know is confirmed is the three-way ladder match for the wild card briefcase that consists of this man, Marco Black. So there was a series of matches made by Tristan Sidney for the build to Rumble in the Bronx that will consist of each competitor, starting with Marco Black, and then as well as Kareem Hall and Colt King in the following weeks, coming out and showcasing what they can do leading to that massive ladder match that has such big implications, Valente, on the remainder of not only Season 8, but the remainder of the history of UKW.
And we all know the wildcard case has a very, very huge stake in the shaping of UKW, especially in that world title division, and Marco Black is right in the middle of that. But tonight, he's got a match against Parker Peterson, and if he wants to get some momentum heading into that match, he needs to get a win here.
Because I know that Parker definitely over the past year has felt his momentum dwindle, and without a doubt, Peterson would love to kind of cool down Marco Black's momentum and shut down any kind of confidence that Black has heading into that triple threat ladder match for that wild card briefcase.
Peterson has had his share of big moments in the past. He almost became world champion before, so he knows what it's like to be near the top, but not there yet. So this is just a big match for both of these two, especially if Peterson wants to get some momentum back in his favor.
Peterson had a pretty decent showing at Royal Gauntlet. So did Marco Black. These are two guys that had a pretty damn good showing in New Orleans. Let's see who has a good showing here tonight. Black's going to take the headlock. And how is it going to be positioned here? Peterson fighting to get out of the headlock. He's going to do so. Whips Black sideways. Jumps over. Black sent over the top. Big shot countered by Marco Black. Marco, though, catches him. Look at that, Valente. An armbar in the ropes. And the gravity doing its work there on the shoulder of Parker Peterson. Marco went for a tope atomico, and I don't think he gave himself enough room for it. It doesn't matter, though. Look at Marco. Marco with the ground and pound in the forearms to the head.
Slamming those elbows down.
Now, Marco now has Peterson. Counters it. Look at Marco over the back. The athleticism into the Caribbean kick. Huge, huge move from Marco Black. As really, this is only like Marco's third, fourth match in UKW. Big takeover. Into position for a hell of a lariat. Marco continues, though, in his showcases to be impressive. Whether or not he's hitting these major moments or even getting the win in the matches he's in, he continues to be impressive.
Definitely very impressive.
And one thing you can't argue as well, Valente, is Marco played his cards right involving this wild card briefcase situation. Because originally a situation that only involved Kareem Hall and Colt King, Marco Black found his way to get into this match. Beautiful takeover again So think what you may about Marco Black, think what you may about his methods of doing so, but to be now in a position where if you win that case in a couple of weeks at Rumble in the Bronx in New York, you have a guaranteed shot anytime you want, no matter what, when, or where. Marco Black we might not be giving him the credit he deserves with the 2-count kick out of the frog splash. Marco now.
And Marco has done a great job interjecting himself in this situation. That's put him in a really good spot. Now he has an opportunity to change his life.
100%. Now look, Marco has Peterson up. Look at the massive landslide off of the top rope. It's going to send Peterson careening to the apron. Now sent to the floor again by Marco. Marco's going to go. Beautiful Saito suplex. Oh, look at Marco. Marco's going to go. Marco's going to shift through. German on the floor. A massive German suplex on the outside. And Marco Black could be positioning a win here against Parker Peterson. Because that, you got to think, Valente, that's what he wants.
Yes, that is exactly what he wants. He's taking this time here.
Marco now in position for Peterson. Could be setting up for Black Days. Peterson getting to his feet. Off the rope. Peterson caught a pop-up punch, and that's the mistake. That's the one thing I'll say. Marco Black, so young in his career, hasn't learned the game, and Peterson might cost him for it. What a spear. Into the cover. Counts. 2, but a kick out.
Oh.
And you can't do that. You can't let the game cost you. It's spinning back kick countered. Punch countered with the spinning back kick. No, countered again from Marco Black. But Peterson rolls through with what an enziguri from Parker Peterson.
Showing some fight here.
Again,
Uh-oh.
Parker went for the DDT off the top. Was not connective with it. Sending for steps by Marco Black. Marco's been able to really, even though he's lost control at points in this match, one thing, had some minor mistakes, Marco Black has been able to get control back, and that's one thing I can say, that's a major trait. And might have been positioning himself for Black Days. Look at the enziguri again. Peterson again nails that.
Damn.
And now look, Parker Peterson in position. Peterson, swanton bomb. Could be exactly what Peterson wants. Shoots him in the corner. Big lariat. And here we go. Look at Parker Peterson. Slingshot spear. Into the cover of Marco Black. Counts. 2. No, but a kick out from Marco.
Marco's showing his resilience, and yeah, like you said, he's been able to regain control pretty often, and that is a very good trait to have.
And now you see Peterson taunting to the crowd here. Peterson now is going to call up Marco Black, look in position to eliminate Black with the spear, but no! Marco sidestepped it. And now Marco zips him up. Here we go, tilt the world, Black Days! That spinning cutter counts. 2, 3. Black Days is enough to knock off Parker Peterson. And Marco Black has a little bit of momentum. The first to gain it heading into that triple threat ladder match at Rumble in the Bronx with a major shot at that wild card briefcase. A guaranteed world title shot at any time, anywhere. And could Marco Black, the Outlaw, be the holder of the wild card briefcase?
Hello, UKW faithful. This is UKW General Manager Tristan Sidney. And after the events from Royal Gauntlet in New Orleans, I have an update regarding the Women's Undisputed Championship match between Amber Reed and Kitsune. So we saw Amber bring down the Women's Undisputed Championship. But I will admit, along with a lot of the faithful, I feel like that match was too close to call. Amber got away with it, but I really feel like that match was too close to call. So we're going to up the ante. We're going to host at Rumble in the Bronx in New York City the biggest women's championship match in UKW history. Kitsune will get another shot for the gold when she takes on the ace, Amber Reed, in a 3 stages of hell match. A match that up to date in United Kingdom Wrestling has not been done. Fall 1 will be anything goes. Fall 2 will be a steel cage match. And fall number 3 will be an ambulance match. Ladies and gentlemen, that has changed the game here in United Kingdom Wrestling. And so will the rest of this Renegade card, which is going to, without a doubt, steal the show.
All right, guys, as we continue on, it's time for that breakout showcase match. And Valente, I don't know if you will agree with this, but I can definitely say for myself that Raiden, the Vampster, was one of the biggest and most influential guys in the tournament for me. A absolute guy that came in impressed, suffered the loss to Pantera, but I can't say without a doubt was one of the most impressive guys to me in the tournament.
I definitely agree with that, and that's what the whole breakout tournament is about. Of course, you want to win. You want to guarantee yourself a world title shot in the future, but one of those things that you want to do in the breakout tournament, if you're not going to win, is impress. And that's why the breakout tournament is huge for first impressions. So, seeing the way that Raiden, had us all out of our seats during his opening match against Pantera, I mean, that was super, super impressive, and I'm super excited to see what he could do here tonight on Renegade.
And you know he's facing a guy in Jason Prince that also was impressive in the tournament. That final flight frog splash, devastating off the tight rope. Raiden's brain buster, as well as devastating finishing maneuver. Excited to see how these two going up against each other. Being this was a match that we didn't get to see in the tournament.
And Jason Prince was another guy who impressed me as well, and he had some good showings, and even though he didn't come out with the victory in the tournament, he's been someone that's impressed me as well. And both of these guys, we didn't get to see these two paired against each other, so I believe that's why we're seeing it here tonight, and this is going to be another huge way for these two to get their name out there.
And how important is it now to stack up wins? Because, like Tristan Sidney said, until Pinnacle, until the raid draft, these guys don't have permanent roster spots. So if you're Jason Prince or if you're Raiden, this is your time to stack up as many wins as possible. And that really goes for any breakout tournament superstar, because this could be the time to get the most eyes on you, because you could be on both shows. Kind of an interesting dynamic until the draft implied by Tristan Sidney.
And no one is safe here. You could be impressive so far, but one slip up and you could find your way out the door just like that. So these two are going to need another impressive showing if they want to, hold their spots here in UKW.
Can Jason Prince make true on his one versus all mentality Because if he can do that, that's a... In UKW, you really can't trust anybody. Everybody's always seemed to be out for their own ambition. But I'm excited to see how this match goes. Raiden, Jason Prince, here we go. Two guys that, like you said, Valente, were super impressive in the breakout tournament. Both came away with first round wins. Just interested how, moving on, can these guys continue to be impressive? Raiden. Damn, what a super kick from Jason Prince. Now it's all about can Jason Prince hold momentum here in this matchup and do enough damage to Raiden to maybe put this match away. What a Falcon's arrow. Because ideally, when you're facing talent like Raiden, you want to do as much damage as quick as possible, which is what Prince was going for there. Went for a top rope stomp early in the matchup. Raiden knew he had to get out of that one, and that might pay dividends for Raiden as he takes over on offense. Oh, look at that from Raiden into the backstabber.
Damn.
Beautiful counter by Raiden. And that's going to be in prime position. And now my big poison run out of Prince. When you're on that level, Valente, you have to bring it like that. And that's exactly what is being done right now. Sent to the outside. Oh, Raiden with a big knee. Prince now stunned on the floor. Look at, oh my God, what a guillotine leg drop.
Jesus.
And Raiden showcasing everything he can do. Raiden sends Prince in ring. And now into the cover after the guillotine leg drop. Counts 2. No, not enough to put away Prince, but Prince barely got the shoulder up. That was a super innovative move, Valente, by Raiden. Oh, look at Prince with the duck. Big super kick stuns Raiden to one knee. This could be exactly what Jason Prince needs. Prince has kind of had trouble with momentum early on, but look, Prince with the kick into the corner on Raiden. God, man, what a shotgun drop kick into the corner. Now look at Prince. Prince eyeing up to put a boot in his jaw. What a shot to Raiden from Prince. Shot back into the corner. Prince now. Here we go. Prince could be looking. Prince is going to go rolling. Chaos Theory nails it perfectly. Got the bridge as well. Counts 1. Counts 2 with a kick out from Raiden. Prince filling it. Big shot to Raiden. Countered. Raiden springboards in. What a blockbuster! A move that's become vintage Raiden. Now look, beautiful step over German. Oh, and now Raiden's gonna go over the top with the big on to Jason Prince. And the Vampster is rolling here on Renegade.
This is huge for Raiden.
Staying up top. Raiden looking, whip for the forearm, countered by Prince. Oh my God, what a roundhouse kick by Jason Prince. And another one. Prince shoots him into the corner, lifts him to the top.
Uh-oh.
What the hell is Jason?
Prince.
Jason Prince could be looking to hit Raiden's brainbuster, but he was going to hit it on the top rope, Valente. Raiden stuck out the back end and pinged him off the top rope. And now Raiden into a massive cutter by Raiden. Into the cover on Prince. Counts 2. No, a kick out. And now look at Raiden.
Get it.
Raiden eyeing up Jason Prince. Off the rope. Flies in. Big poison Rana.
Raiden is impressing even more here.
Oh, no, but look at that. Look at that comeback from Jason Prince, the double super kick. Look at Prince. Prince is also going to run in Valente. Look at that. Oh, my God. Just turned his whole body into the weapon. Now Prince is going up. Prince looking, final flight. Into the cover off the frog splash. Count. 2. Noah kick out from Raiden. And even dating back to the tournament, Valente, that's the one thing about Raiden that was so impressive was his ability. Oh no, but look at Raiden. Raiden caught the super kick. Raiden caught the super kick, and this could be time. Valente, Raiden nails the brain buster. Into the cover. Counts. 1, 2, 3. A win for Raiden off the brain buster. How quickly a match can turn for the Vampster.
A huge victory for the Vampster over Jason Prince, a guy who made the quarterfinals in the breakout tournament. What a win, and what a way to impress the brass once again.
We're definitely going to see more of these breakout tournament superstars, but Raiden continues to be one to impress here on Renegade.
Hey everyone, Valente here, and I'm here to tell you about the revised memberships that we've just brought to you at UKW. Instead of the 2 tiers, UKW Faithful Plus, UKW Faithful Advance, it's all been reduced to 1 tier, the UKW Faithful Elite. If you join the memberships today, you'll get access 1 day early to all Renegade and Valor episodes. You also get an exclusive members-only Discord channel where you get to chat with all the other Elite. So, if all of that sounds interesting to you, make sure you hit that join button next to the subscribe button if you're already subscribed on your PC, same on your mobile device as well, and we'll see you amongst the Elite.
Alright guys, but our big night of action isn't over yet. A #1 contendership for Owen Stevens' Cruiserweight Championship. Levon went head-to-head with him at Royal Gauntlet. Visor holds the only win on Renegade over Owen Stevens. A big matchup here in the set of the Cruiserweight Championship. You got, Valente, you got to think, who does Owen Stevens want to win this matchup is the big question that's been on my mind. Because you think back to Royal Gauntlet, Levon Clark, for a lack of term, was on Owen Stevens like white on rice. And a slight slip up from Levon Clark gave the win to the Rockstar. Adam Visor, however, on a previous episode of Renegade, with the assist from Levon Clark, beat Owen Stevens. So,
Yeah,
I don't know if you're the Rockstar, if you're the Cruiserweight Champion, you're at home watching. Rumble in the Bronx in New York is going to be one of the biggest shows UKW has ever done. Owen Stevens, despite how he feels about his status and the Cruiserweight Championship, does not want to lose on that big of a stage. Levon Clark and Adam Visor, though, Valente, I believe both can beat Owen Stevens.
I think both of these guys are capable. So the answer to the question is, if you're Owen Stevens, I don't think you're worried about who you face. I think you're worried about who you face after the match. You're not worried about which one should win. You're not rooting for anybody. You're just here to do your job. Now, yeah, Levon Clark was very close to beating him, but Stevens does know that he can pressure Levon Clark into a mistake. And same to Adam Visor, he believes Adam Visor got away with a lucky one. Now let's go back to Royal Gauntlet. Despite both of these guys losing in their respective matches, they both had impressive showing. We know Levon Clark is destined for greatness here. We know Adam Visor is destined for greatness here too. He had a very impressive showing coming in #2 in the Royal Gauntlet match, and he stayed in there for a while.
All the way to the
I'll
bottom five.
admit, he hung in there. Yeah, all the way. And so that's something definitely to be impressed about. One of those things you got to think about is how how recovered is he? Because we gotta remember this was just 3 short days ago, so we're gonna see if Visor can continue that momentum and keep it up here.
Like you said, Valente, how well rested could you be? Only 3 days ago, Adam Visor, the future in stone, could make that future become a reality with a win here against Levon Clark. And having that opportunity to face Owen Stevens. Once again, like I said, guys, what's going to be without a doubt one of the biggest shows UKW's ever done. Yeah, look at Clark. Clark's going to take the headlock of Adam Visor. Visor, though, is going to send off Levon. Look at that. But look at the counter from Clark. And Clark wasting no time into the leg drop and countered by Visor.
Great counter there.
Visor now off the ropes, goes in. Did Visor just kick the drop kick out of midair? A massive counter from Adam Visor. And now Visor in control here on Levon, but no counters the drop kick did Clark. Look at Levon Clark. Levon, beautiful power bomb. Just deadlifted
wouldn't even
him up.
consider him. Wouldn't even consider him a power type guy, but I'm just showing off the strength there. He's gonna do it again.
But Valente, that's the one thing you can say about Levon Clark is his ability to adapt. Because he knows he has a strength and power advantage over Visor. So he's using that to his advantage. Now it's a big lariat that stuns Visor. But Visor's going to shoot back with his arm to the back of the neck.
I think Levon stunned himself in the process.
But Visor sent Levon into the corner. Big kick out of the corner. Visor now has Levon tied up in the ropes, Valente. Look at Adam Visor with the drop kick. If you're Visor, that's exactly what you were wanting, is to be able to bed up Levon Clark. Now big power slam on Levon. Visor off the ropes, could be going, looking for the senton off the ropes, countered. Oh, and then a slap to the face from Levon. And now Levon with the ground and pound on Adam Visor. Levon Clark, Levon Clark, a king of mind games. And you got to wonder, is Visor going to allow the Mind Kings to get to him? Look at Visor. Visor betting up Clark. Big forearm. Now calling him to his feet. Look at Visor with the moonsault to the floor.
Huge.
It's absolutely huge because Visor is holding the offense right now in a match that means so much. The future standing for the Cruiserweight Championship. Visor springboarding in with the body press, but Clark moved out of the way. Now Clark again with the ground and pound. Clark now sends Visor back in. This time Clark's going to head up to the top rope. Visor in trouble. Eats the crossbody from Clark. Oh, and now Levon's going to go. Look at the beautiful teardrop suplex. Clark is doing his best to control the narrative with a massive Saito suplex as well.
Doing a great job just keeping the ball in his court right now.
Off the ropes. There it is. Beauty sleep. The move that almost won him against Owen Stevens. But now look, a big shot again from Clark. Clark off the ropes again. Beauty sleep to Visor. Back to back. Into the cover. Counts 1, counts 2, and somehow Visor got the shoulder up. Back-to-back beauty sleeps from Levon Clark. Not enough to bet up. Adam Visor, he went for another one. Power bomb from Visor.
Great power from Visor.
Visor now in position. Super kick. No, he went for the super kick on Levon. Levon, Visor might be seeing double, Valente, because of those beauty sleeps. We know the blood's all over his face. He know he didn't hit it, though, so he's going for it again. Big kick that time, nails on Clark.
Hit it that time.
Now look at him. He's got him up on his shoulders, whips him down into the senton. Big senton from Visor. That blood is streaming down the face of Adam Visor. Supermans for the 450. Back into the corner. Massive enziguri to the face of Clark. Now Clark in trouble. Visor's got him in position again. Off the rope, speeds in with a drop kick. And Valente, here comes Visor again with the super kick. Now beds him up into another powerbomb. Clark has struggled with the offense ever since he basically woke Visor up with those beauty sleeps.
Visor's done a great job capitalizing.
Here we go. This could be a big moment for Adam Visor. There it is. Future in stone. Future in stone by Adam Visor. Visor looking to knock off Clark. He gets a cruiserweight title shot, but no. Adam Visor, I believe Levon Clark became the first person to kick out of that Future in Stone driver. There's the super kick to the face, though, from Adam Visor. Visor now is going to go springboard and crossbody connects. Visor's got to keep pushing this unrelenting offense that he's doing right now, Valente. He was going to go frog splash, but he landed hard off that. And now look at Clark. Clark's gonna go. Clark, what a splash to the spine!
Huge splash there. Clark getting some momentum back.
That could be exactly what was needed for Levon Clark. Now Clark sends Visor back in ring. Visor up top. Clark up top, Visor in trouble. No, rolled over Visor, drop kick to the back.
Beautiful drop kick. Visor taking control back.
That's exactly what Visor needed. Visor needs to get the control back, needs to figure out a way to put Levon down. Look at that, catches him off the ropes. What a backstabber. And a big shot to the back as well, flips him into the rings of Saturn on Clark. He's got that lock on the neck, both arms locked as well. Having a look at the rollover, multiple shots raining down from Clark. Clark now off the ropes, runs in to a big enziguri from Visor. Can Visor pull the dub out here on Clark? Visor sends Clark over. What the hell is this from Adam Visor? Adam Visor looking, Alabama slam! An inverted Alabama slam. And now Visor, super kick to Clark. Shoots him up into the combo bomb. Into the cover. Counts. 2. No, not enough to beat Clark. But Visor still on Clark. Went for the moonsault, but Clark nailed on the outside. Levon now in position. Body press. What a beautiful capture body press. Now Clark. Beautiful elbow to the chest. Clark could have done it. Clark up top. Clark, dream over into the cover. 1, 2. No! Visor's got a dream over.
Visor showing the resilience, always fighting, pushing through. The Future in Stones, keeping his future alive.
Look at Clark. Clark off the ropes, jumping. No! Went for a backsplash. Visor caught Clark. Off of the backsplash. Visor. Future in Stone. Into the cover. Counts. 2. Visor has the shot against Stevens in New York City.
The Cruiserweight Champion has his eyes locked with the future in stone. And like I said before the match started, Visor, future might become a reality really soon. Wait, what the hell? Valente!
Oh God.
Oh my God, Carter Irwin's got
He's
his
lost his
hands
damn mind.
Carter Irwin's got hands on the back of the neck of Tristan Sidney.
He's lost his damn mind. What the hell is his problem?
Oh my God, come on, Connor. This is ridiculous.
No.
No,
You can't do this to your boss. He signs your damn checks.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Somebody's got to get out here. Oh my God, Connor's going to set up for that. Connor's going to go for that nightmare pile driver. No, 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 no. No, Shane!
Oh my God.
No, Connor's tucking tail.
Where the hell are you going, buddy? Where are you going? I thought we were having fun, man. I just need a couple weeks, man. I just need a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? You ain't hurt me that bad. I'm still standing on my feet, and I'm still back here in UKW. Let's talk, Connor. Let's talk. You want to try to put me on the shelf? I'm going to put you on your fucking deathbed, bitch. You, me, Rumble in the Bronx food. And they ain't going to sanction the shit I'm going to do to you. So I'm going ahead and pulling my creative leverage, and I'm making a match right now. The Bad Aussie versus the Dark Horse in a lights out match, bitch! And we'll see who's at the end on the finish line, live on music!
Alright guys, it's all been leading up to this. We saw Tyler Drake open the show this evening, saying that he wanted to host a World Championship Open Challenge for anyone on the UKW roster. Well, the time is now. The champion makes his way to the ring for a World Heavyweight title match, 3-day removed from what was a major match against Eric Myers and New Orleans at Royal Gauntlet. Tyler Drake seems intent, the almost dead set, to prove his statement that he is one of the best in the world. He Austin Wallace lost has truly ate at Tyler Drake on a whole different molecular level. Valente, like, it's really gotten down to the core of who Tyler Drake is as a person.
And honestly, it's gotten bad. I figured we were past it at this point. You know, it's been a couple of months since then, and even, he's got the title back. He's beaten Austin Wallace. But I understand it. He's still trying to prove he's the best in the world, and he has an opponent here that he's trying to figure out.
He's going to be able to do it here tonight, because one of the guys that has without a doubt been mentioned as underrated here in United Kingdom Wrestling, Leon Cruz, the Fist of the Poison Star, one of the highest decorated tag team champions in history, but without a doubt is way more than a tag team specialist, one of the most persistent strikers the UKW has ever seen, might bring home the World Heavyweight title here in our main event.
Former World Tag Team Champion, former member of the Upper Echelon, had a huge main event match at a wild card, and he's been at the top of his game recently, and yeah, like you said, he's been considered one of the most underrated we have here in UKW, and that statement holds true. But at the end of the day, you're underrated for a reason, because you're not the champ. And when you're the champ, they can't deny anything. So if I'm Leon Cruz, I'm coming in here, I'm trying to win that UKW World Championship. Be undeniable. That's the word of the day for all of you watching. Undeniable is what Leon Cruz is going to try and be here tonight against Tyler Drake.
Because it all makes it worth it. The entire years that Leon put in to build himself up, to believe he was worthy to compete on this level. Can Leon Cruz do that? But ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're seeing, remember to subscribe. Remember to hit that like button. Remember to turn on notifications for more UKW action in the future. To see moments just like this, LaVon Clark getting a major career opportunity. But could it be shut down by the most valuable player? The World Heavyweight title is on the line in our main event.
Big main event for these two. Tyler Drake continuing, or at least trying to continue to prove that he is the best in the world. Leon Cruz, he's trying to take that moniker and steal it for himself.
To me, it feels like Leon would care much more about winning that World Heavyweight Championship than the moniker itself that would come with it, but I do get the analogy you're going for. Tyler Drake, that World Heavyweight title. Clark. We saw Clark and Visor have an amazing match earlier. We saw Raiden and Prince have a really good match earlier. All the matches on this card have been really good, but all will fall in comparison to how good this match has the chance of being. Leon Cruz, Tyler Drake, two students of the SWW World Heavyweight Champion Shannon Silvera. So you got to know they know each other inside out and upside down. So wonder who's going to be able to get the advantage here tonight.
Two members of the left-hand path bled, sweated, and cried together. I mean, these two, trained together, all of that good stuff. So they know each other, like you were mentioning.
Now look at Cruz. Cruz going to waste no time to purple the chest of the World Heavyweight Champion. Look at that counter though from Drake. Drake now gains the waist, shoots him off back into the corner. Oh, but no, Cruz not going to waste any time. Cruz off the ropes, ducked back by Drake. Drake with a multitude of punches leveling Cruz. And I'm interested to see how Cruz responds to this, because this is, without a doubt, Cruz's biggest match in UKW of his entire career so far. Cruz continuing to outrun Drake, and now nails a big forearm, another one, and now Cruz looking to countered out by TD. Big Japanese arm drag though by Cruz. Now off the ropes, fires in. Oh, but TD caught him this time. Drake shifts him over. Big dragon suplex right on the neck of Leon Cruz.
And like you said, this is no doubt the biggest match of his career, but I feel like his last few matches we've been saying that, right? I feel like Leon ups the ante every single time. Your 2 count there.
The wildcard match was massive, but there is nothing like competing for the World Heavyweight Championship. Big forearm out of the corner from Cruz. Cruz now picking up Tyler. Off the ropes goes Cruz with a big knee again. And Cruz has been able to use his strike force game here against the most valuable player, Tyler Drake, who, oh, that was smart by Drake to block it and then lock that STF in on the leg he blocked it with. Beautiful counter by the most valuable player. But one thing I could not see is a Leon Cruz tap out in what is his only World Heavyweight title shot of his career here in UKW so far. Off the ropes, shoots in.
Sure. I think I'd rather fall asleep instead of.
Oh, look at that! Drake might have
out.
been looking. Drake might have been looking for the Drake Valley driver. That was perfectly scouted from Cruz. But now look at this. Shifts through again. That time now's the Samoan drop instead of the Drake Valley driver. Off the ropes, Drake building up speed to dive onto Cruz. Suicide dive. And now Drake channeling the crowd here on Renegade. Valente, Rumble in the Bronx is really starting to shape up. We saw the announcement of a 2 out of 3 falls match between Kitsune and Amber Reed. We saw that Adam Visor is going to take on Owen Stevens. How much does it shift up Tyler Drake's final open challenge match if Leon Cruz wins this? Because that completely shifts things. A 2 count off of the hidden blade, but kick out from Cruz. If Leon was to beat Drake here, I don't know what happens to a world title match at Rumble in the Bronx.
It definitely shakes a lot of things up.
Drake going for those vintage multitude of suplexes. Well, we've got to agree on the fact that Rumble in the Bronx is without a doubt shaping to be one of UKW's most important events.
Well, for sure, we don't even really know what 100% is going down, but a lot is going to be made. Our main event of Pinnacle is going to be figured out that night. It's going to be something that we look at for a very long time.
Denmark out of nowhere, right, Cruz into the cover off the Denmark, but a kick out from TD. Sorry to interrupt you there, Valente, but Cruz could have gotten away with the world heavyweight title when he goes over the top. He is not done dealing damage to the most valuable player. But I'm going to just rattle off a couple of matches set for Rumble in the Bronx, Valente. Stone and Slava. We have the Adam Visor and Owen Stevens, the Rumble in the Bronx match, the triple threat match, the triple threat ladder match for the wildcard briefcase. We have some really good matches set in stone already for Bronx.
Sure.
A show that is without a doubt going to be impressive. Shot back into the corner. And Cruz again blistering, peppering, purpling the chest of the World Heavyweight Champion. Shot back into the corner, and Cruz continues to deal damage. Cruz is actually going to shift him up, top tier. What the hell could Cruz be looking for here? Cruz is going to go. Cruz, dragon suplex off the top. Into the cover. Counts. 1, 2. No, not enough to beat the MVP.
Half a second away from and new.
Cruz now, look at Cruz, muddy waters. He locks in. Could it be enough? That knee bar dealing damage to the ankle and knee of Tyler Drake. Very similar to what I said earlier for Cruz, Valente. I could not see a world where Drake taps out and loses the World Championship. But look at Drake. Drake firing back with those shots to Cruz. Big forearm as well from TD. TD firing back another forearm that shoots Cruz to the floor. He sent back into the corner. Shifts him up. What could Drake be looking for here? Drake, Valente going for something big. Drake's going to go superplex. And look at Drake. Drake turns it into his multitude of suplexes. We've seen this before from Drake. A vintage MVP with the superplex trio suplexes. No, but the kick out from Cruz. A move we've seen before from the MVP was not able to knock off Cruz. There's that Samoan drop again. And Drake, I think Drake is ready to put Cruz down. Drake could be looking off the rope. Drake's going to go in for the knee counter. What a boot. Cruz now in position. Cruz is going to go. Cruz, no. Drake flipped out. Drake flipped out. Hidden blade. Hidden blade out of nowhere. Counts. 2. No, a kick out from Cruz. What a counter from TD into the hidden blade. But Cruz able to get the shoulder up. Off the ropes, floats through. Look at Drake. DDT to Cruz. This has been an absolutely incredible main event. Went for the elbow. Cruz moved out of the way. Cruz now shoots him into the corner. Cruz could be in position. Boot to the face. Cruz shoots him to the other side. It could be time for that train to hit the station. Big knee to the corner of the TD. Shoots it to the other side. Knee again. Going absolutely crazy is Leon Cruz. Already purpling the already beaten chest of the World Heavyweight Champion. Cruz now in position, locked and loaded to nail Denmark. Out of the corner, into the cover. Leon Cruz is your new world. No, he's not. The kick out from TD. TD kicked out of the Denmark.
Yeah, I don't know how he's still fighting. Leon Cruz going for another one.
No, countered from TD. TD now. TD's got him up. Drake Valley Driver. Drake. Another last second win over. No, it's not. A kick out from Cruz. Cruz kicked out of the Drake Valley Driver. Now look at TD. TD's gonna go. Build up speed. So no counter from Cruz. Cruz now in position. Cruz, step up. Step over. DDT on the floor. Drake's knocked the hell out. I don't even think Drake's still conscious, Valente. Cruz is about to become World Heavyweight Champion. Cruz, oh, what the hell?
Oh.
Andre Simmons, you son of a bitch. Not again.
You won gang warfare. Can't you just let it be?
Oh my, no, the biggest moment of Leon Cruz's career just got robbed by this goof. Oh my God, no, what a power bomb again from Simmons. Oh my God, Simmons isn't done either. Now turning his focus to the man who beat him at Pinnacle for the World Heavyweight title. Bayou plunged to the MVP. Now Simmons shoots Drake over the top. Oh, look at Andre Simmons posing for the what the hell? Rio De Niro. 3 days ago, he got tossed off the stage at Royal Gauntlet. You see the wrapped ribs of the internet champion. No, but Simmons shuts him down. Simmons, Bayou plunge. Andre Simmons has just ran through both the Fist of the Poison Star, the World Heavyweight Champion Tyler Drake, and now the internet champion Rio De Niro. With the quickness. Andre Simmons might be undeniable